Welcome back to Tech Talk. My name is Brian, and today we're going to continue this conversation on land and generational wealth. The last episode, I spoke about leasing out your land for solar developers, but today I'm going to talk about selling the lumber that's on your land for profits. Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos are two individuals that I speak about a lot on this channel, and Bill Gates actually owns about 242,000 acres of farmland across the United States of America. Quite interestingly enough, on the other hand, Jeff Bezos owns about 420,000 acres of land. That's well over 500,000 acres between those two individuals. Here's a map of the U.S. that shows the forest cover by state. As you can see, there's nothing going on out west because there's a lot of desert out there. But if you look to the east, areas like Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, and even New York has a whole lot of forestry. Right now, the current rate for lumber or timberland is $2,500 per acre. Follow me in this study. Look at landwatch.com if you look interested in finding properties like the ones I mentioned in my previous episode or this one. Landwatch is a perfect website. Let me show you an example of something that I found, and I'm going to show you what is happening, and that will continue to happen as we continue to develop. This is what humans have been doing for millennia. We develop stuff, but we need building materials, and wood is a building material. So here's an example of 7,000 acres. And again, this is with Jeff Bezos, and Ted Turner also has a lot of land. This is what those guys have been doing, just buying up a lot of acreage. Why not? And again, you could actually make money from other ways. I'm not going to talk about that in the episode, but I just want to give you an example of what is possible and what individuals are doing to build massive generational wealth. So 7,000, this is over 7,100 acres of land. And again, we're just going to do a perfect example. This is just an example. This won't be perfect. It's not real world. This is just to crunch numbers. So 7,100 acres, that's over $17 million. That's a $7 million profit from selling timberland. Not even selling the property, but selling the timberland. It takes about 30 years for these trees to mature. So what can be done is that you could take that $7 million, right? And you could go ahead, do whatever you got to do with it. And then you could go ahead and pass this property down to your great grandkids, your grandkids, or your kids. Because in 30 years, they would be able to do the exact same thing. And generational wealth just continues to grow. I found a much better deal in New York. It's actually sitting on a lake. $4.5 million for 7,083 acres of land. It says there are over 7,000 acres of prime timberland, well stocked with black cherry, sugar maple, yellow birch, and white pine. Income generation from timber harvest and a robust recreational lease program. We're not going to talk about the recreational lease program, but we only want to talk about this income generation. So again, in this example, and again, it's still over 7,000, right? So this has, let's do it exact. Let's say we're able to sell every acre, right? $2,500. Again, that's over $17.7 million for something that you paid $4.5 million for. And in 30 years, you'll be able to do the exact same thing. And you'll be able to lease out the land for hunting and other things of that nature in the meantime. This is how real generational wealth is being created in this world today. Jeff Bezos has 420,000 acres. What if 200,000 acres were able to be sold today? So let's do that. 2,500 times 200,000 acres. Grand total $500 million. dollars. This is how real generational wealth is created. Make sure you watch this video again and again until it makes sense. Make sure you share this video with your friends. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Let's get this generational wealth, everybody.